Welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Last time, we stumbled upon the Oathbinder's Sanctum, a multi-level dungeon. Where some weird stuff has happened in the past. We're kind of helping to avenge a soul. Because that's just how Hannah works. Unless, like, the soul was, like, a horrible criminal person. I shouldn't say criminal specifically. That only means that they run into the law, not morality. Yeah, like, I'll avenge murder victims and stuff. I would never avenge, like, an imperialist bastard, though. Knowingly. I really need to put this on an SSD. Holy crap, the loading times. Right, so we're on, like, the third floor down. Fourth floor.
Yes. Of course.
Why are my keyboard bindings not working? I don't have a controller plugged in now. There we go, I just had to tab in. There's a door I can open with a chain there. Arquebus, sword, Rawatai, scale armor. Grenade, stun bomb. I don't think that scale armor is good for anyone, but let me check. I get Pierce and Corrode. Oh, I get less from Pierce and Corrode. Then, instead of Crush and Freeze. I feel like I actually want that for here, because I think the damage I'm taking is Crush oriented. See, you have Legendary, you have Fine, you have Fine, you have Legendary. Let me see. Are the miscreant? Ooh, that is actually tempting. But I'm gonna keep upgrading Alice armor because boosted area of effect is huge. What are the upgrades here? I can go up to, you know, exceptional, superb, legendary. I can get elementally stable, which adds +2 elemental damage or armor ratings. Or known causality, +10 to all defenses against transmutation, evocation, and illusion attacks. If I take elementally stable, I also can take structurally stable, which is also +2 against physical. Versus casually fixed, +1 pierce armor rating, +1 slash armor rating. I think I want to go... I'm not getting CC'd that much, so I feel like I want to go elementally stable, structurally stable, but that requires me to get a pelt, a troll skin, and a mother of pearl. And then, of course, I'd like to, you know, get him the normal armor rating buffs. Alright. Get out of the goop. We don't know what that is. Oh, it's just a pool of ooze. Seraphim? Oh, am I in... I'm not in combat fast mode, am I? There we go. Well, I guess we're not exactly in the most difficult fights, so I can speed it up. It's just some oozes. What do we got here? Ooze plasma.
I'll take care of this.
Ooze plasma. Secret of the Ooze? That was like a TMNT movie. The Jarab chitters angrily at you. Why are there kobolds in here?
I see them.
I shall deal with this one. Of course.
Yeah, this is not a difficult combat, even with these worms around.
That's it.
In fact, this Jarab skirmisher just needs to go. How do I disable AI? I know combat is simple, but I don't want AI on. Let's see. AI behavior. Ah. Well, I don't want the mages to have AI. Let's rephrase it that way. Claw, leathery wing, fang. Jarab quarterstaff with increased reach. Jarab tongue. 9 copper. Ooh. Ordinary sword, fine medium shield, fine mail armor. Examine the sword. When you examine the weapon, it starts to glow. The latent magic of the blade has been unlocked. The Watcher's blade has been added to the stash. Oh? It's fine quality and has soul severing. 10% damage dealt as raw damage. The origin of the Watcher's blade is a mystery. No smith has ever claimed the responsibility for its forging. Its metal is as smoky and indistinct as the in-between, with no marking to suggest it has ever felt the kiss of a hammer, leaving many to believe that it assumed this form naturally. Artfully infused with soul essence, the blade glows in a kinship response to those on familiar terms with death. Its uncanny balance is linked to its ethereal nature, as the blade never seems wholly present in an intangible reality. At times, it feels like less of a sword than an ideal expression of one, which is why many have mistaken its true nature. Compounding its mystery, ancient war epics have described mauls or daggers with the elusive properties of the Watcher's blade. This has led some mystics to conclude that the sword is merely a sword in its current and unknowably long lifetime, and that it could be something else entirely on the next turning of the wheel. So obviously it can go up to legendary. And it can get deny the wheel. Killing a Kith enemy with the sword will spawn a shadow for 15 seconds. Or soul shredding boosts it to 20% damage. Very interesting. It requires a black pearl to upgrade. Alright, let's take a peek at other folk. Compare it to other folks' swords. You're using a fine saber. How are you spec? Do you need specifically a saber? Let's see. So the fine saber has sharp on it, which means I don't understand if that just means it's an additional 10% to itself, or like you could have another saber if you were dual wielding. Let's see, it does less damage, less penetration, less recovery time though. And you're using a gladiator sword as your offhand, which has more penetration and the scrim effect. Oh, the gladiator sword has, like, no recovery time, though. It's interesting. I want to... I'll probably upgrade it and then replace the fine saber with it. Alright, let's loot the camp. Thief's Putty. Poultry and Silverfin. Hatchet and Baby Pearl. Wait a sec. Why am I... There's no inventory limit in this game, is there? I don't remember. Let's check. No. So I need to stop being so careful with my looting. I can just sell crap for a little extra copper. Alright, so I think that's everything here. What does the map describe that as? The meditation chamber. Meditate in the ooze. Alright. Oh, there's a trap in here.
You might find this interesting.
That makes me want to stealth.
Quiet.
I'll handle this.
Plus, I can sell these traps. Or at least the ones that I can recover. Shoutouts to this game not making stealth movement
What this is?
painfully slow. Cough, cough, Baldur's Gate.
I'll take care of this.
Alright, so there's a big room there. Big room here. In the end of the hallway.
Keep your weather eye open.
Oh, hello.
I'll handle this.
A secret door. With some alcoves. Tundratara Jade. Well, these are upgrade materials. Nice. Azada shell string, so money. And more money and scoria.
We're not alone.
Pestilent rot ghasts.
Consider it a fuck.
Me and you are about to mix.
Alright, let's just kind of gang up on you. Jyoti. Yeah, go ahead and leap to try and stun these guys. Surfing your frenzied. Go ahead and barbaric blow this guy. Aloth. Yeah, auto attacking is fine. Hannah, you go ahead and arcane assault these two guys. Because they're not moving. Or they weren't. Alright. Just try and gang up on the regular Rotgast as much as we can. Jyoti, you actually move up here. And then Torment's reach. Hopefully the cone, well, it didn't actually work, but oh well.
Happy to oblige.
Jyoti, you you can just second wind.
Happy to oblige.
Just heal a little bit. Then we just gotta
That's it.
hammer this guy down. Alright, that was nice and simple. Vessel flesh. Because they were undead. We got clubs, stiletto, padded armor, dark gray cape, hood. Oil of allure. +2 bluff, diplomacy, intimidate, streetwise.
Sure thing.
There's like a pool over here. The water roils with the teeming of countless tiny maggots. It makes sense. It was a room full of vessels. Literally called rot ghasts. Let's see. Yeah, I like that weapon thing. Go ahead and turn off Windmill Slash. Because I don't really need the penetration. The block is fine, though.
Sure.
Lost dues in good faith. Intervene or watch the scene play out.
By decree of the Queen that was and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
All right.
Oathbreaker.
We're gonna
We
go in
seek
there
only
and
to
pretend to be
exact
judges
Wodaka's
and
justice.
say this is an illegal trial,
What?
and now they're on
No,
trial.
I didn't do anything.
You stand accused of the crime of oath-breaking. What's...
As you enter the large chamber at the bottom of the pyramid, you notice a sizable group of well-armed people dressed in raiments of the steel garrote. At the center of the group kneels a man bound at the wrists. He looks around wildly. His eyes widen when they fall on you. Before the kneeling man towers an imposing woman, her face obscured by the several lines of a Wodakan mask.
You intrude on the deliberations of the court of Wodaka, outsider. Choose your next actions carefully, lest the queen that was turn her gaze to you as well.
The man on the floor is an elderly elf clad in dirty clothes, his face contorted in the expression of a cornered animal.
Oh, thank the gods, please. Get me out of here. They're mad. They're all mad. They mean to put me on trial for oath-breaking of all things. They say I betrayed the Adiran Empire, but I haven't been back there in over 100 years.
Be silent, or I will make you so. Stick.
Whoops.
Explain.
Do you condemn the innocent out of spite or mere incompetence? Okay. Leather creaks as the Inquisitor's hand tightens on the hilt of her sword. Oh, the Inquisitor bristles at your impertinent question. She grabs her sword hilt and begins to step forward, but stops herself, suddenly uncertain. Her followers share pointed looks with one another and say nothing to challenge or defend her. I'm a watcher. I've conversed with the tortured souls that met your justice. Not all were guilty.
Ah, the Watcher of Cadnua graces our presence. Your deeds are well known to this court. Those that attempt to lie to me find I am not easily fooled. Tell me, Watcher, how many of these souls do you claim were innocent?
One. She stares at you intently for several moments, her eyes unreadable as the mask that hides her features.
Even should you speak truthfully, you must see the wisdom of these proceedings. Imagine the greater good achieved by dispensing the reckoning this filth deserves. Would you prefer these monsters walk free at the expense of the truly innocent?
And who holds them accountable for serving the greater good? Who ensures they do not become the same as those they hunt? Theos also believed he was an authority unto himself. And he wielded that authority to the detriment of many, many people.
Adair gives a nod and a wink. I see only vigilante justice. Any mistake in your judgment proves my point.
You have no authority in the court of Wodaka. Only the queen that was holds sway here. I pray your soul learns from your mistakes on its next turn about the wheel.
Alright, let's go for a Curse of Blackened Sight centered on the Inquisitor. You just... Oh, you're not technically in combat, yeah. You take a shot at the Wodakan agents. You leap into this group to try and stun them. You can't quite go into the fray yet. I guess you can, like, go up to... Wodakan neophyte. Yeah, you need to die. So actually, Seraphim, you target them. And... Sympathy for the Lost. And then you can Frenzy because we're officially in combat. And start firing at that neophyte. Jyoti should be targeting that neophyte. but she's paralyzed. Nice, we knocked down the neophyte. Honestly... yeah, you go ahead and target these two. You're in melee range? I'm gonna... these guys are talking mad crap for people in fireball distance. Alf, did I tell you to noxious burst?
Rebirth fights me. We're dropping like...
Jesus. Fan of Flames for Aloth. You continue to duel you continue to duel the neophyte. Go ahead and discipline barrage. I'm actually gonna slow combat here. Let's go ahead and rolling flame and have a dare move up here a bit. There we go, perfect. Friggin' paralysis, dude. Solid. No, nice. Then just go for a basic attack on that neophyte to finish him. Okay. You two both focus on that initiate. You, second wind. You're out of discipline. Yeah, go ahead and empower yourself. Then just kind of move on over to deal with this other initiate. In fact, can I into the fray you? Well, I can move a little and do it. Okay. I want you to go back into Frenzy. I want you to empower yourself and recover some spells. And then minor missiles this initiate. Undo the healing. Awesome. Okay. Now we're all targeting that neophyte. Go for... what is it? Combusting... Corrosive Siphon... yeah, go for the Noxious Burst. Alright. Neophyte is downed. I want to target the agent rather than the Inquisitor, because the Inquisitor might surrender. if we kill everyone else? Alof, you idiot. Okay, combusting wounds, load win, and you also target load win. Did that neophyte just revive? Okay, yeah, genuinely just finish off that agent. Adair. Use White Leaf. Seraphim. You don't need healing? Yeah, apply Scorching Venom. And you drink a healing potion. I underestimated this fight because of the other fights in the dungeon being fairly easy.
Can't take much more.
If the effect wants to pop, that would be wonderful. Alright, now poison Loadwin. Okay, let's just have you move out of the way a bit. And then throw a stun bomb at that neophyte. Before actually, you know, using your White Leaf.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
There we go. Okay, Seraphim needs to come in here and actually, like, use both weapons on Loadwin. Well, Aloth can actually maybe heal, because maybe she'll actually, you know, pay attention to the enemy. Rate of engagement. So, like, you wanna...
Still hasn't learned how to take a hit.
It is very funny having characters have banter for other characters of the same voice actor. Alright. There, you have a little regen. Okay, so we've taken her out. Take out the agent already.
May I be a candle in the night.
Oi, someone wake up the ranch hand. Ahoy.
Seraphim misses. He still hasn't actually empowered or even used his second wind. Holy crap. How did Adair... How did... Second chance. What? When did I get second chance? Current effects. Abilities. Second chance. Once per rest, revive. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just forgot that he had it. Alright, that neophyte is good as dead.
I'll be cleaving it to the brisket.
That was a rough fight, though. Holy crap.
Ahoy.
Robes and scepters. Cowl of the Piercing Gaze. Wodoka's Wisdom. +1 Perception, +1 Religion, +1 Insight. This mask bearing the severe visage of Wodoka once belonged to the great Adrian, the Theorist of Justice, Aphris Swordafall, also known by her contemporaries as the Iron-Fisted Philosopher. It was the forged of ore harvested by debtors and penitents in the vast corrective pit mines of the Adiran Empire. Fine sword and a bunch of normal stuff. The altar had a scroll of twin stones, extremely loud. 13 to 21 blunt, 16 to 29 pierce damage. Area of effect, a length of 10 units. Ooh. Oh, I see. You're shooting like stalagmite tights. Cool. Selected correspondences of Giftbringer Aiden and Silver Fennings.
Aye, aye.
Let's talk to Oswald here.
I owe you a debt too large to repay, stranger.
He wrings his hands and gives you a shaky smile. Total quest experience, 50 to 400.
How did you ever find me all the way out here? Did Inalis send you?
And who?
A friend from the wild mare in Nekataka. You know, or maybe you don't. Well, never mind that.
A deep red blush creeps across his wrinkled cheeks.
Those steel garrote zealots have been after me for decades. Good riddance.
Well, and about my reward.
Ah, yes. yes, indeed.
His attention is suddenly diverted by an apparently fascinating stain on the hem of his robe. You're broke, aren't you?
Unfortunate business mishap. You know how it is, I'm sure.
He titters nervously and twists at the hem of his robe in his hands, unwilling to meet your eye. I don't like this response, but I'm forced into it. So I came all the way out here for nothing.
Not nothing. You did save my life after all. Perhaps I could make it up to you. You have a ship, yes? Of course you do. How else would you have gotten to this benighted island?
He shifts the weight from foot to foot, restless and unsettled.
Maybe join your crew.
So why did the Inquisitor have you in trial exactly?
After what you did for me, well, I suppose you have the right to hear the truth of things. The whole truth, rather.
Oswald clears his throat with a theatrical flair.
You remember that the Deerwood was once a colony of Adir, yes? Well, I was one of the first colonists to set foot on that benighted continent. When it became evident the Deerwood intended to revolt, I took their side in the War of Defiance against the country of my birth. I'm sure you'll be astounded to learn the powers that be in Adir didn't much like that. The Steel Garrot's been after me for my grave transgression ever since.
Oh my god. Wink and say you might say you've dug yourself a little tomb deep. Ugh. That was over 150 years ago. They've been hunting you all this time?
Those Steel Garrot hounds are relentless. But it should be a couple of years before they find me again, thanks to you, at least. I hope as much.
His shoulders slump. What could you offer as a member of my crew?
It's no secret I'm an old man. Now, I might not be able to hoist a mainsail any longer, but I've picked up a thing or two about navigation in my decades of traveling.
He bounces back on his heels, every word coming faster than the last.
And I don't care much for coin, I can tell you that. An extra ration of rum here and there, and I'll be perfectly contented.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, my friend. I owe you a debt twice over.
He gives you a toothy grin and stands a hand's breadth taller. Okay, a unique crew member. The statue of Wodoka stands so far below you can't see its feet. How long have you been gone? Only 40 minutes? Well, let's at least get back to the ship. Oh, we've got a Bethesda loop. Okay. I don't mind Bethesda loops. Like, once you've cleared an area, there's no point in being made to go all the way back through it. Especially in a game, or especially in games without, you know, respawning encounters. Oh, this is where that one soul was. But no, Jyoti already dealt with them. Alright. Yeah, I love... Okay, I'm actually surprised. I like the dungeons in this game. I normally don't like dungeons in Obsidian games. Actually, no. It's not Obsidian that I don't like them in. It's BioWare. BioWare dungeons suck. I love BioWare games, but BioWare dungeons suck. Obsidian dungeons are cool. They're just usually not, you know, the main focus of the game. Alright, and on the island we've got an oasis up here. And an old battleground we can loot. Search. Nothing of value. Nothing of value. 191 Azada shells, which are... So 191 copper. Some plain mail armor. 3 potions of merciless gaze. 15% of hits converted to crits. Ooh. 4 spark crackers. Is successful distracted for 15 seconds. There's nothing left. Alright, let's get back to the ship. So Oswald is a navigator. Where does the navigator go? Oh, that just is the navigator slot, I guess. Cannoneer, cannoneer, deckhand, deckhand. Oh no, this is the resting slot. Oh, right here. Seasoned navigator, 2 points navigator, 1 point deckhand, helmsman navigator. Chatty drunkard. Triumphs. Triumph of Chornu. We really ought to look into some upgrades for the ship. Oh well. I kind of am okay with just having him along. Alright. So... the game is really pushing me to go to Nekataka. Like, I don't know. I don't care that much about pushing the story right now. I kind of want to just explore. Next time on Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2, we're gonna get back to the high seas. See you guys then.